Hey, what's up? Scott Balkum here with Imagination Creation Films. And today, well, it's Thursday, and it's not normally when I would live stream, but I wanted to try out a different piece of software with live streaming that allows me to have on guests. And I thought I would try it out and see if it works. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I will see if anybody wants to join. You want to join a live stream test? I mean, did I just lose? Oh, yeah. I may not even have enough bandwidth to do this. We'll have to see. It's, I mean, the internet is kind of funky right now. All right, so I got one person. Let me see. Let me copy. And then I got to take them to Facebook. Sending link via Facebook. So then, I mean, this could be a full live stream. If it starts working and everything is beautiful, then, you know, hey, Matt Weeks. I am wasting away. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. CG, what's up? Yeah, I'm trying a different product. Obviously, it's StreamYard. And I don't know how bad the bandwidth is right now because we just had a storm blow through, and it just kiboshed most of my internet. And I'm still trying to figure it out. If anybody's interested, Matt or CG, if you want to join the live stream and chat, I can join you in. All you need is a web browser and a webcam, and it can join it. If I can get, okay, come on now, stop it. Okay, I want to go new message. I just got to, come on, internets. Come on, internets, new message. Yeah, I don't know. Because this method too, I'm streaming to StreamYard, and that's taking it to YouTube, which seems to be faster for me out here than going directly to YouTube. Go figure. Plus, I can also multi-stream. Oh my God, come on, really? Just load. I'll try. I don't know if my internet is good where I'm at. Happy Good for yes. Happy Good. Well, it's not Friday yet. It's photography with Tony. Oh, it is Good Friday for you. That is true. How are you, sir? Yeah, this is a funny stream right here. Let me. I mean, it's actually not the internet for a change. I just want messaging to come up because it's the only way I can share on this machine. Simon, send me a message on Facebook so I can send you the link. And then CG, send me a message on Facebook and I'll send you the link. That way it pops up here because it's being a little pain in the rear. I've never seen it though. That's weird. But let's see here. What can I do? I can pop up Matt Weeks saying, man, you're wasting away. Good job. I think that's kind of cool, actually. CG. Okay, let's see if there we go. All right. Try this. Don't share that link with anybody. Click on that link and see if you can join in. It'll put you in. Make sure you get permissions to your camera and microphone. Send me a message on Facebook. Quit auto-correcting everything. And I'll see if I can add you in, CG. We'll see if it should show you up in the green room when you get connected. And then let's see, we can do, oh, did I lose the connection? Well, that's not any fun. Oh, there it goes. And then I can pop up that. CG says it looks nice. And then Tony says, I like this. This is Happy Good Friday. This is kind of fun, actually. This might be worthwhile for me. It costs money after the free version. I can put a few people in. And then and then it cost me money, but we'll see. Tony, how are you doing down there, my friend? I haven't talked to you in a month and a half. Hope everyone's staying safe. My internet connection is being weird. Let's see. Simon likes his Apple products. Did you get in, CG? Is your internet okay? Because I don't want to hear any complaints about other people with internet. I literally just drove. So one of these shows that I'm editing, it's like a 3-hour show. It has to be uploaded and ready to go for Saturday morning. And my internet was so bad, it was not going to be up in time. I drove into town to a friend's house, and he has gigabit. It took 21 minutes to upload. 21 minutes to upload that giant 3-hour show to YouTube. It took me 35 minutes to copy it to my USB stick, which kind of cracked me up. And let's see here. We'll go here. And yeah, Tony says, oh, this seems fun. I think so too. I like it. I like that it puts your picture on there. And I mean, that's kind of stuff that I wish OBS just did, and it doesn't. Tony says, we are in lockdown. I haven't really been out for a month. Yeah, me neither. I mean, today was literally the first time I left here in a month. And I had to do it so that I could upload that show. That was pretty interesting. And we can pop up a topic. What are you doing to stay creative? Let's see. Simon. Oh, wait. Wow. That word that made my phone respond. What is going on? Simon's not watching. I see no message. CG, were you able to click that link and get in there? I don't see you. Oh, there you are. You're sideways, dude. Let me see. Let me see if I can change you. It says I should kick you. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, you're the other way. Other way. 180 degrees. I'm going to add you in. I don't think I can hear you, actually, if I don't. I think I have to wear headphones, don't I? That makes everything different, doesn't it? I don't know about this. We'll have to see. Let me see. Mike, you're almost sideways. Sorry, I read that as a sitting message. Oh, there we go. Okay, and there's Simon. So let me copy that into there. CG, you're so sideways, dude.
No, not sideways.
Yeah, you're sideways.
Can you hear me?
I can't fix you. Yeah, I can hear you. I see you too. You're on the live stream now. Oh, now you're upside down. Turn over.
What
the
about
other way?
I think it's like capturing it really weird because
there you are,
it's,
right there.
It's correct on my orientation is correct. Okay. I just had to flip it like 50 times.
Now you're back. This is CG from CG.
This is pretty cool, man.
Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell everybody what you do.
How's it? I am CG from CG Productions. As Scott said, I have a multimedia production company, and I also repair DSMC-1 cameras. I think I'm pretty much the only repair center in the world right now, and I also make accessories for it. So I got some interesting stuff coming out at the end of the year, though, Scott. Something pretty cool. It's not just gonna be for DSMC-1, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I'm almost done with my little audio accessory. Probably like a couple more weeks. Right now I'm in Georgia with my kids for their birthday.
Your little cube thing.
So that's everything. Yeah.
All right, let me introduce.
It's turned into a.
Let me introduce Simon into here, and we can get a three-way conversation going, and everybody can just have some conversations. Maybe we can get some interaction with the folks on the live stream, and let's see where we go. Simon, I'm going to introduce you into here.
Scott, are you live on YouTube?
Yeah, I am. I'm live on my YouTube. You're fine.
Okay. Well, no, I more so I just have beer and I won't put it on your channel.
It's totally fine. I've been doing that lately. So Simon, introduce yourself to the stream.
What is up, everyone? You guys have seen me before. I'm Simon Eisenbach. I am a photographer, filmmaker that specializes in getting into and out of really sketchy remote locations around the world and filming for NGOs in developing countries along with other miscellaneous commercial work.
Nice. Hey, Tony, do you want to get in on this? I'm happy to put you in if you want to do it. You got to be on camera, though. It's up to you. Matt, how's this looking? Is this interesting? How's it streaming to everybody?
I'm not having any lag issues. Oh, I just lost the other guy who was on.
Oh, CG, he just dropped.
Okay.
I'll pull him from the stream for now. So what are you doing, Simon, to stay creative right now?
Riding my bicycle a lot. And hang on one second.
I'm going to add you back in, CG.
Got a couple things in the works. I'm actually in the middle of starting e-commerce. Great timing. Absolutely great timing. I'd actually started that before everything fell apart in the world.
Right?
Yeah. So I'm trying to work around that and think of unique ways to make that stuff happen.
That's cool. So what are you doing? So what are you doing to stay creative, though?
I've been like going through designs and thinking through the designs for the e-commerce stuff. So it's had me thinking outside the box, because the way that I'm working my e-commerce is it's all NGO based. So all of the shirts will be basically an ad, or like the graphics will be something for an NGO that I've worked with. And then I will be splitting profits with the NGO. So it's trying to think of unique ways to make an actually cool looking shirt and other things like that people would actually want to buy.
Interesting.
I don't want like a water drop for a clean water project, that kind of thing.
So CG, what are you doing to stay creative? Uh-oh.
Oh, we lost audio.
There you are. There you are. Go. Nope. No, I don't hear you. No audio there. Check you're not muted. All right, I'm going to drop you to the green room. See if you can figure out what. Click on your mic settings and get the mic to show up. And
what are you doing to stay creative, Sir Scott?
I'm not. I'm really being pathetic about it right now. If you notice, the beard is gone.
I know your wife is upset.
Oh, she is actually upset. She told me that you texted her, and she's like, Simon's like, how did you let him do it? And then she told me, she goes, I really do like the beard. Get it back. So I'm growing it back. Give me a week. It'll be back. I'm
debating cutting my hair into a mohawk. Right now, there's a poll up on Instagram of cutting my hair into a mohawk. I'll check where we're at with it.
I don't want to do that. It got very cold when I did that.
So right now we are 12-3 of cutting my hair into the mohawk.
12-3. I think you should do it too. I'm absolutely going to go out there and make sure you do that. CG, I don't hear you. Do you? I'm going to mute you and unmute you. See what happens. Okay, unmute. Can you say anything, CG? Yeah, I don't hear you at all. Do you hear him, Simon?
I don't hear him.
Okay, go ahead and drop back off, CG, and then come back.
It might be the Bluetooth headphones.
It could be.
Because I was on a Zoom call the other night, and guys were having issues where they had to like completely shut off their Bluetooth and then turn the Bluetooth back on.
Yeah, Tony, it is kind of cool to be able to change from 3 to 2. And this is what I wanted. I mean, Simon was one of the first ones that I tried to bring on to do this. And we failed miserably because I didn't have enough bandwidth.
Except StreamYard doesn't like black magic.
No, it does not. But this does allow me to bring guests on because I want to do this. Like I've said, I've got a lot of guests that I've got lined up. I'm ready to go. Several of them, we're just going to do like one-on-one.
But if I wanted to use my legit setup, I couldn't do it because it wouldn't recognize the Blackmagic converter.
But your Sony.
Yes, that's a lot. It's only 720 to do Ethernet though.
This is 722. That's all I'm doing.
I usually stream on meeting.
I mean, think about it this way. It's 720, but I'm squished. So two 720s is 1440 wide.
You're talking about getting squished, and that just opens a whole nother can of worms.
Well, it can be for sure. Let's see here. What other thing can I add? Let's see. What should be the topic of today? What's another? That was not what I wanted. I need to. Yeah, I need to. Okay, Simon E. Yeah, you need to put your name.
I didn't put my full name. I didn't know if we were going live. I thought you were just doing a test. I didn't realize you were doing
it's a test live. What I don't know is how many people are on the thing because it doesn't tell me that. Oh, it does. Up there it is. Nice. So this so far is not bad. I can't put my intro in here and it won't play
videos.
Yeah, it won't play. Ooh, we got private chat too.
Party chat. Oh, private chat. Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, there's a private chat for the people behind.
Sorry, I had to let the dog out.
Let's see if I can add CG back in. Say something, CG.
All right, yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you there. But your phone's sideways again.
But I can't hear. Okay.
Wait, we can all be. Yeah, that's perfect. Let me remove Simon.
I need to set up my FS5.
Ah, yeah. Well, you can do it with your red too. I'm streaming with the Sony. Let's see.
Well, I'm not at the studio right now. But the Sony's super easy to set up.
Right. Hey Jesse, what's going on, buddy? How's Austin treating you? You moved down just in time to get locked down.
Switch pod for it.
Right, switch pod. Simon's back. Let's add him back in. Jesse, you want to join the live stream?
All right,
Matt, you want to join? What's that?
I got a call. I got to do at 7 o'clock. That I got to get ready.
Okay.
All right,
go get ready.
Bye.
See you. Bye. And then there were two of us. Jesse, you want to join the live stream? I can send you a link. It's pretty easy. You can do it on your iPhone or anything. CG was correct way when he first came on, but I'm now down under.
I can't hear anything now.
You can't hear me at all? Yeah, my wife's on the phone, so yeah, I got you. I'll pop that one on there. Just lock down tight. I like how Tony says you were right before because Tony's down under in Australia, so you look right to him right now sideways. This is kind of cool. So we got 6 people on here. Yeah, I wanted to try this out because YouTube, when I upload to YouTube or stream to YouTube, it's very slow, and I have all those audio dropouts. But this, I'm uploading to StreamYard. Still can't hear me.
I don't know if this is the right way. I can't hear anything. Whoa, I can't hear anything right now.
So exit completely out and come back in. Like exit completely out of the browser and everything, and then come back in. New comments. Okay, cool. That's cool. That's cool. So let's see here. And the topic today is, what are you doing to stay creative? I can also stream this to Facebook at the same time, which I'm kind of looking forward to. I mean, who knows how well that'll work, but you know, let's see here. Private chat. Connection's good enough. Got to go through. My kids begging me to play. Okay, fair enough. So CG is out. Anybody else want to join in? Tony, you want to join in? Jesse, you said no. Matt, you want to join in? Yeah, this is a cool way for me to get a quality image up. I hope it's quality. It should be quality. If it's not quality, well, you know, I get it. Let's see here. Do I show my, yeah. Those are interesting. Trying to think of what other options I have. I guess I don't have a lot of options with with the free version. So what, Jesse, are you doing to stay creative, dude? You're cooped up, isolating yourself. Wife's on the phone. So what are you doing to stay creative? And Tony, what are you doing to stay creative down there? Yeah, why not? Perfect. I will send me a Facebook message, since my Facebook is acting up on this machine. Just a little IM, and I'll send you the link, Tony, and then join on in. Well, we'll have you on the live stream for the first time, which is cool. Let's see here. I'm liking this. This gives me an option, I think, so that I can bring on those guests that that I wanted to interview and share with you guys, so you guys can ask questions of these like phenomenal rock stars out there in the video world. I mean, one of them is David Weldon. He's committed. Absolutely ready anytime. I just want to get these kinks ironed out. And he, there we go, Tony. Let me message you. Yep. So take that link in any browser, I believe. And if you have a webcam on there, and then just give it permission, and then it should pop up down at the bottom, and then I'll add you in, and then I'll make sure I can hear you. This is the only thing I don't like about using my studio setup is I don't have any in-ear monitors out here. I do have some, actually. I need to do that. Jesse says, yeah, thankfully, I have a few edits from an agency in Sioux Falls to work on, and a bunch of webinars for my wife to edit, but I'm reading a lot more. Interesting. And he says, I'm reading some Larry Niven and Harlan Ellison short stories, classic sci-fi. Interesting. I love sci-fi. I can't get enough of sci-fi, but I'm not much of a reader. Reading is just one of those things never could get into. Oh, hey. Yeah, I drink. Yeah. Mixed drink is cool. I'm testing live streaming. You want to say hi? No. She says no. She doesn't want to say hi. Yeah, so David Weldon, if you don't know him, he is DP'd a lot of music videos for Joseph Kahn, Imagine Dragons, DJ Khaled, a couple of others. He's done some really good music videos there. Oh yeah, you see this is what Komodo is going to look like. This is a 3D model of, well, a 3D printed Komodo right here. It's really kind of small and compact. It's kind of cool. You should try short stories. They are like bite-sized reading. I don't know. I have a reading comprehension problem for sure. It is not, it's not something that is easy for me. It's just a wee box. It is a little thing. And it's well, that's interesting. Didn't see that before. It's only 4 inches cubed. The little Wi-Fi antenna right there. 2 Canon batteries back here. There's your media bay right here. Of course, you'll have multiple screws in the bottom. Power switch right here. Then your screen is right here. And a few buttons. And then this is an accessory module for monitor. I don't know, kind of things. A bunch of 1/4 20s. Then you got the 4K SDI on the outside. It's pretty nice. I mean, this is a hunk of plastic, but yeah, it's pretty nice. It's and this is what it'll look like with a Misfit Atom on it. That would actually be kind of funny. And this is what it looks like with a Laowa lens. So yeah, I mean, it'll be, I'm shipping this back today. I'm not seeing you, Tony. Oh, there you are. There you are. I got you. All right. Popping you into the live stream. Say hello, Tony.
Hello. How are you? Can you hear me?
You're all good. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell everybody what you do and where you're from and all that good stuff.
Well, I'm Tony. I'm from Sydney, Australia. You probably can't tell because I don't really have an accent. And I'm sort of sitting in my studio, come what was once a lounge room. So do photography. What else would you like to know? Do podcasts. Are you there, Scott? Because I kind of lost you.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm just giving you the floor.
Oh, that's okay. It's just that that's it. I can see you now. I thought something had gone wrong.
No, it was the Tony show for a little bit there. So Tony does a lot of like very artful photography. He's really talented. He also does a lot of nature. You were having a lot of fun with macro for a long time, but one of the ones that really caught my eye and just like blew me away was you're capturing smoke, just getting the streams of smoke to come up, and you just pops it with a flash. It looked amazing.
It's one of my go-to things when I'm really looking for something to do and I haven't got anything else to do. Smoke is something great. I think it's great to do anyway.
Well, I mean, if it brings a smile to your face, it's really worth it, honestly.
Yeah.
I need things to bring smiles to my face lately. I've been so creatively challenged. I don't know. It's not that I can't shoot anything. It's that I feel like I can't shoot anything. It's weird. How's all this how does it make you feel?
Yeah, it's the same kind of feeling. I think it's because you're sort of like trapped indoors. You've got that feeling of being trapped indoors rather than you can still be creative. Though I've just started another podcast, so we'll see how that goes, which is to do with country music.
Oh, country music. Nice.
So for all those people out there who are now going, oh no, another country music podcast. Well, yes.
I was going to say they have country music in Australia. You got a question down here. Jesse Brauning says, how do I like that Laowa? It's an interesting lens. This is still a prototype, and I'm sending it back because they are going to add some modifications to it. They've done a lot of advancements in it with the feedback that I myself, that's 2 of me, and other people have given them. And so it's cool. I can't wait to see what they do next with it. It's very heavy, though. I will absolutely tell you, it is very, very heavy. And optically, it's nice. I don't think they're there yet, and I think they are advancing it with that next version. So that's that one right there. And Gerald says, "Hey, folks. Hey, Gerald. You like the new format? You remember Tony? Tony gets to drop in and say hello every once in a while. Now you get to see his face."
Hello, Gerald. That's scary.
I'm just trying out this new StreamYard software to see if it will allow me to stream better. And I think it's actually better right now. I haven't dropped. I don't know how my packet's doing because it doesn't give me any stats on it. So you guys would have to tell me that, but seems good.
You had a fraction of a freeze early on, but that was about all. It was only like a fraction of a second.
The Jesse says it's good to hear. Seems to me like now is a great time to start writing concepts and scripts for the. This is true. I mean, I get that, but if you're creatively slumped, Tony, what happened to you? Oh, there you are. Okay, if you're creatively slumped, I mean, I can't write. I tell you, what's going on in my head right now, 24/7 to shoot in here, is another multi-Scott shot. If you recall the one I did. I don't know, about a year ago, where I had Creepy Scott and then Laughy Scott and then the other Scott that was behind the window. We're all in the same video. I want to do another one of those. I don't know why, but that's the only creativity that's been going on in my head. Gerald, you want to join in the live stream? We can get you in. You and Tony, y'all can run the show with me. So I haven't seen any vlogs from you, Tony, in a while. What's up?
No, I've just been staying away from media. Once the whole COVID-19 thing really hit, I've been staying away from media just because it got to. I don't want to use the word scary, but it was so repetitive. And then once I started putting, death tolls on for around the world, I thought that's where I'm out for a while.
Yeah, I think the word toxic probably fits well. It's can be a little overwhelming.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. And once it got to that sort of stage, and then the misinformation that's also on things like Facebook, I went, no, I just need to take a break.
Yeah, it's interesting. Someone had a good quote the other day that said, "Oh, oddly, everyone who was formerly a political expert has now all become doctors on Facebook," which is true. And I'm sure as soon as this whole thing's over, everyone will become economic experts as well. So yeah. Gerald says, "Oh, I can add it, man. I'm so used to reading off y'all's comments, and now I can." Well, I thought I could. There it goes. I've been assigned to cook steaks, so I'm listening as I'm grilling. Very nice. How are you preparing those? I'm excited. I love steak, and it's one of my favorite aches. We've been doing. Well, Tony, tell me how Australia is on like food and stuff. Is there plenty of food, and it's just the social distancing getting the food, or are they still doing runs on food?
We had the whole huge problem with. Like the whole world with toilet paper.
Yeah.
It seemed that right at the beginning, toilet paper became the most exciting product on the planet.
Which is weird.
So bizarre. And then food-wise, they're still doing deliveries and all that sort of thing, but you can't click and collect anymore. But everybody's doing, even companies that weren't doing delivery before. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to move that. Who weren't doing deliveries before are doing them now. So,
yeah, I mean we're seeing a lot more food become available, but I mean there's still like toilet paper has still been out. Although my daughter was able to get some the other day, and it definitely feels like the more we go into our town, we're about 45 miles from Austin. The closer we go in, the more stock they have, which is wild, but also comforting. So we were able to get some toilet paper. I know one of the things we've been doing, we've been buying like large briskets or large like pork shoulder butts or whatever part of the shoulder that they are, and we sous vide that, and then we cut it up. Well, we sous vide it, and then we cut it up and then transfer it to different bags, and then we can bring them out and we freeze them. And then you can sous vide them, and they're actually still good. And then we can have fresh meat, readily available by buying it in big chunks. And briskets are at least easy to find. What are you doing down there, Tony?
Well, today's Good Friday, so I'm getting ready for the chocolate hunt. Yeah.
Gerald is doing ribeyes, and he's doing a dry rub of his own making. Grilled to rare to medium rare, and of course, burnt one for the one. Yeah, I like to describe the way I like my steaks. I like you to season it and then just show it to the fire and then bring it back.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I like about sous vide, because you can get a perfect medium rare steak and there's no concern for it because it's perfectly well done throughout. And then you get that nice grill on the outside.
I have to go for a little while, Scott, but I'll be back soon.
Absolutely. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate it. So, a dry rub of your own making. Let me guess what's in your dry rub, Gerald. Let me guess. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika. How am I doing? How am I doing? What is it? Tell me. I feel like that would be a good one, actually, because I do very similar to that, but I put a lot of garlic powder, and then I do. Dave, hello, Dave. How are you? I do. I look different shaved. I do look different shaved. I don't like it. My wife doesn't like it. Yeah. Gerald says, very close. Not the smoked paprika. Don't tell me you're putting smoked or chipotle in there, are you? Because that's what I do. I do kosher salt, fresh cracked black pepper. Gosh, I can't say that. Cracked black pepper. I do a lot of garlic powder. Just a lot. I love garlic powder. And then a little bit of onion powder. And then I do a lot of chipotle. Because chipotle is it's just my new flavor. And it is phenomenal. If no one likes it, why'd you do it? The reason I did it, Jesse, is the other night I was on a live stream, or not a live stream, I was on a video conference. And someone said that I was 62 years old. I'm not 60. I'm not even close. I'm not even close to 52 years old. I'm in my 40s. And it was the white beard that threw them. And so I said, you know what? Let me just shave it off and see, do I look younger? I kind of look fatter to me because I still have a little bit of a skin neck thing going on. But yeah, hey, Grumbo, you want to join in the live stream? I can add you in. All you need is just a webcam of any kind. Let me know if you want. Send me a message on Facebook, just any message, and I'll drop you the link. You can join in and you can be on the live stream. Let's see here. Grumbo says, briskets are so cheap everywhere, going to get very fat here. Yes, the trick with the briskets, trim all that fat off. And like we got some 12 and 15 pound briskets, and we trim off a lot of that fat, and we cut them down into like 4 chunks. And so we can cook them just a little bit differently. But sous vide is working really well for that. Gerald says pretty much all those things, but instead of onion powder, I use actual dried onion flakes and a couple of other secrets. I'm okay with the onion flakes. The reason I don't love them is actually a fun one. Did I just drop? No. Was when you're done sous vide and you pat it all dry, and I take my big flamethrower to it, those onion flakes, those actually burn to a crisp, and they're not that tasty. And they're very susceptible to burning. One thing that I do like also, like with my pork shoulder butt and my roasts is I mix a lot of my Scott's seasoning, which is everything I described. I put 1 packet of dried onion soup mix, and then I put about a cup of red wine, seal that puppy up in there, and then I sous vide it for 1 day. Let's see. Oops, jumped ahead. Dave says, it's all good. You still look young. You just look more mature. I got you. Gerald says, I've had my beard since about age 20. I never once took it all the way off. I did that. And then I took my hair all the way off once. I've only done it once. I won't do it again. And it is amazing how 1/8 inch of hair will keep you warm. Because as soon as it started growing back, my head got warm. It was great. Gerald says, very much digging your new casting software. I like the on-screen comments. I do too. I'm really digging this. And then Dave says, how do you like StreamYard? It's working. It's doing something that I couldn't do before successfully. And that is important. And I am going to, tomorrow I am going to StreamYard on my normal live stream at 4:00 on Friday. I'm going to put this up with StreamYard, and I'm going to also go to Facebook Live at the same time. So we'll see how that works. We'll try that one. Grumbo has not responded, so I guess Grumbo doesn't want to go on. Grumbo says, give me a minute to finish my chocolate cake. No, you eat chocolate cake live on here. There's your Grumbo. I'm going to send you. Oh, Brauning wants on. Cool. Come on, Brauning. All right, click on that link, both of y'all. Use any web browser. I think Safari may or may not like it, but then just give it access to your camera. It works really, really easily. We did it live with the craft show guys. I was driving and I just had my cell phone, and sure enough, Jesse says, okay, fine, I'll join. Let me hook up my webcam. All right. And you guys will show up. Dave says, let's see here. Dave says, cool, we'll tune in. Gerald says, I'll try to get my cam working for tomorrow and maybe can join in. Perfect. Oh, I see you, Jesse. We're going to bring Jesse in here. Jesse, welcome, my friend. All right, go ahead, give everybody an intro. Spend a minute about yourself.
All right, let me think about this. I'm Jesse Brauning. I just moved to Austin, Texas. I'm a video editor. I've been kind of all over the place in the video world, working mostly as a kind of a DP and jack of all trades video producer. Worked in the wedding industry, worked for an ad agency for a few years, and I've done a lot of corporate work as well as some travel reality TV stuff. And now I'm in Austin, hoping to kind of get started as an editor here. So see how that goes. The virus is certainly slowing down my plans. Can't really get out and meet people and network like I was kind of hoping to. So I'm just kind of working on what I've got in the can right now and hoping that things pick up someday again. All right, that's me.
It will. I mean, you can see how resilient like humans are.
For sure.
I mean, we overcome so much. What we don't overcome well is the unknown, which is really what's really got everybody on edge right now. I mean, I think we were having a really good conversation the other night. I was talking with a bunch of film friends all over the U.S. And I had the president of Red was on there, and we were just talking about the industry and what he felt like was going to be. And I mean, I'm not going to paraphrase what he said, but I would just say like the general consensus of what everybody was saying was, for now, no one knows what's going to happen, but they're all itchy. They all want to do something, and they're all going to hit the ground as soon as it's safe, and they're going to be powering through it. Like the comment was made, like Netflix. everybody right now is now going through their entire library of Netflix if they're going to exhaust it all.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
Netflix is going to be itching for new stuff really
Oh,
soon.
yeah. Especially with all those new subscriber dollars I'm sure they're sitting on now.
Exactly. I saw Disney Plus is now at 50 million subscribers.
Mhm.
Good for them. It was a slow start, but
Mhm.
you know, if they keep going, it'll be good.
I'm so like I feel surprised how often I find content on there that I want to watch. Like last night I watched Willow, which is just a favorite fantasy film of
It was
mine.
a good, yeah. Willow's great.
It's
And
so
they're redoing
silly.
it.
Yeah, well, I think what I was reading is I think they're doing like a Disney Plus sequel TV show.
Oh, interesting. They turned it into that. Oh, I can deal with that. I don't mind that.
Davies is back to be Willow again. And that's exciting to me because, you know, he's had such a crazy long career. And
Oh, yeah. And he's really talented, very flexible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd love to see him in that role again. But the movie overall is just so 80s, so cheesy.
It's so 80s.
It's so much fun. And there's this like janky time or stop motion stuff in the sort of climactic end scene where these like pieces of furniture come to life and fight each other. It's so silly, but I love it.
That's like to me, it's like a slightly higher budget, never-ending story.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
It's so 80s.
Yeah. Only it's like unabashedly for grown-ups as well. Like it doesn't aim at children. So you end up with like innuendo and there's a really cheesy, terrible love story. It's great.
Grumbo says peck, 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 peck.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that
yeah, that's what they all call the Nelwins, the race of small people.
Yeah,
funny.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that one now.
Yeah,
I even
you
have
should.
that one here. I have it on Blu-ray, I think.
Nice.
I have to pull that one out.
Your Blu-ray is probably better than what's on Disney Plus because the Disney Plus, what they've got on there is definitely not HD. So I think they must have a version off the DVD era. Yes, Adam. And I'm not really big into like cheesiness. Like it doesn't usually bother me, but I was rewatching this and I was like, dang, this is surprisingly corny.
Here's my take on 80s. I think the 80s was far and beyond better at telling stories than today's movies. However, today's movies are far better off at pulling off those stories. I think they need to go back and learn how to tell a story in the 80s with today's tech. Oh man, would that be good? Because I love 80s Brat Pack movies. Go ahead.
They were very free and like open with their storytelling. Like it's like anything goes. Just throw it all at the wall. Like, don't worry about it feeling real. Right now, everyone's so concerned with everything feeling real.
Yeah,
and I think that limits us.
It's true. I mean, like today, Grumbo says, "I'm lost in darkness without you." It went away.
He's just quoting that movie at us now.
08 says, "Glad to see the stream working again." And Scott should remake 80s movies. I think they're way ahead. No, I don't want to remake 80s movies. I want them to
you're saying you want that,
them.
Yeah, you want that same freedom of storytelling today.
Yeah. Well, they were kind of low budget. Jesse, you're there. Okay. They were kind of low budget, or no, they were what they were called mini budget movies, where it was like a $10 million movie.
Yeah.
Back when, like the blockbusters were 50 and 100 million, these were 10 million. And, like watching that documentary series on Netflix, the one that had the Dirty Dancing.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I haven't watched it.
And that's perfect because all of those production companies folded because they stepped out of their wheelhouse.
Right. Well, yeah, I've heard that like that whole category of mid-budget filmmaking is just dead, essentially. Like they don't get made anymore for whatever reason. I don't know.
They really don't. And I mean, they're so stuck on this. Hey, Tyler. Hey, do you want to join us, Tyler? Let me know. I'll send you a link. You can join on in. They're so big on like known commodities or stuff that they don't have to teach people. That they don't want to take a chance on it. So they keep going down the comic book aisle, which is, I mean, okay, and sometimes, but you can't get everything from a comic book.
Yeah, it's all franchises and remakes and
right. It's weird.
Of course,
I love. Go ahead.
I was going to say, when it's at its best, franchises and remakes can create really great stuff. I mean, I just recently watched Netflix's Dark Crystal show, which is like a prequel show to that Dark Crystal movie, and it was amazing. It was visually beautiful, and the story was quite different, I would say, from your like typical fantasy story. And like I think that's a good example of when you're kind of get on that remake train and you kind of, you know, take a new twist on it or something and make it good. But yeah, there's just a lot of cashing in, obviously, that's going on.
For sure. Grumbo says, if you want to see an 80s style movie done well, watch Ip Man 4. I love the Ip Man series. I've
never
not
seen any of them
yet.
I haven't really watched any kung fu movies ever.
So I am not a kung fu guy at all. But one of my employees at my old job, he's like, if you don't like kung fu, try Ip Man. And he was right. I love Ip Man. I still don't like a lot of other kung fu movies, but Ip Man is so well done. Really well done.
All right.
Grumbo says it's lovely. Dry Dock Studio says, waiting for the Goonies remake. You know, I don't know. Somebody did say they were redoing
I was going to say 10 to 1. If you Google it, you'll find out somebody's doing it.
Yeah, I thought I saw someone that said they were, but I think that's one of those movies you should not remake. Well, I think a lot of movies you should not remake.
Oh yeah.
I think one movie that you should remake. I think Harry Potter, the series.
Really?
I think no, there's nothing wrong with the original one, except they left so much out.
Oh, so I want to do like a long version of it.
Yeah, I want like an Amazon or a Netflix to pick up a 10-part series per book.
Oh man. And just like basically do it beat for beat.
Yes, because it was perfectly written anyway.
Except for the ending of the last movie.
They changed a few things along the way too. Tyler says next time, just want to stop and say hey.
Hey Tyler.
And Gerald says, oh man, a more modern kung fu movie that's fantastic is Kung Fu Hustle.
I've heard good things. Again,
I've not seen that one. They did remake it. It's called it. Grumbo. And Stranger Things. Yeah. And
okay, Stranger Things definitely has a lot of Goonies to it, for sure.
It does, but it's also E.T. It's also it's a lot of it. Yeah. And Super 8. Super 8 was fantastic.
Yeah.
Anytime you make a movie about making a movie, I'm in it. I'm in love.
Yeah, that might be the one J.J. Abrams movie that I don't like straight up hate.
That you don't straight up hate.
I mean, let's not get the Star Wars conversation here, but
Grumbo, come on, join, buddy.
If Grumbo joins, we're gonna have a fight because he loves.
Oh, well, I'm gonna put y'all in the face off.
We're just gonna sit here and grump at each other because we're on opposite ends of the J.J. Abrams spectrum.
Jumbo, put cake in mouth and click that link. Hurry up.
Yeah, that would be dangerous.
Here's Grumbo. You shut your mouth.
It's like I appreciate him. I do. And hate is a strong word, and it's not accurate.
Extreme dislike in the negative sense.
It's like, and I can even be entertained watching like any of his movies, and I can enjoy it. Same way I can enjoy Michael Bay movies. It's like I see them as they're
it's an ordered chaos.
It's fine. And yes, and it's ordered chaos. You're absolutely right. It doesn't move me the way that movies do.
Gerald says you should check out Kung Fu Hustle. Actually, some pretty impressive special effects. So what do you think? All right, let me put this one up here. Let me, I'm going to type this first. You can talk for a moment.
Oh, I can talk for a moment? Oh, boy.
Yeah, sure. Well, because I got to type. Otherwise, I'll sit here and say what I'm typing. Yeah.
So, I mean, you caught me at a good time because I was sitting here doing some After Effects work with just some image slideshow stuff, and it's not particularly thrilling. So I was happy to get a break from that.
How do you spell Abrams?
Abrams.
Or there's no H?
Nope. It's like the Abrams tank.
Okay. Just everyone know, It's on here. All right, we're going to save that one, and then I'm going to boom. All right, what is the worst J.J. Abrams movie? Let's get some comments down below. Come on, everybody. What do you think the worst one? Johnny, let's see here.
I have an opinion on this.
See, Johnny Crest live action would have been great. Love the cartoon series. I didn't watch that. Are you a comic book guy, Jesse?
No, I'm not. The only time I read comic books is if I'm in a bookstore, and this is terrible. But like, and
and you just want some free reading?
Well, and it's like I'm wondering what's happening with Star Wars comics right now. So I go grab the omnibus editions that are like the big thick ones, and I just page through it because I can read one of those giant comic books in like 20 minutes. Because I just like zip. I'm the worst kind of comic book reader, and I just don't have the dedication to like go buy a comic like every week or whatever. I can't do it.
I was waiting for you to say something like, when my wife goes clothes shopping, that's when I.
Well, the irony there is my wife hates clothes shopping and I love it. So she's the one who's bored and waiting for me to leave usually.
All right, we have another special guest, everyone. We've got Adam Grumbo. Adam Grumbo, go ahead and spend a minute to introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, it's Adam Grumbo. I live in Hutto, Texas, home of the Hippos, just outside of Austin, Texas. Primarily a wedding videographer, but do at least as much corporate work, travel, adventure films. I'm kind of a gear nut, but I don't know. Stuck at home editing now.
Well, everyone's stuck at home editing. The problem was I was editing before we got locked down, so it was like, I don't want to do the editing now.
I was excited to come and disagree with Jesse.
Yeah. We're going to have a fight now,
It's a disagreement where nobody's going to call me a Nazi for having a difference of opinion.
Of course not. and I say it right away off the bat is like I don't dislike most J.J. Abrams movies per se. I just don't find them like very intellectually stimulating.
All right, Adam.
You're absolutely
What's
right.
the worst JJ movie?
Maybe Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah,
there hasn't been that many. So I think that J.J. Abrams has been getting pushed around by movie studios big time. He's not actually allowed to make a movie that has any sort of insane vision. He just keeps redoing other people's stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
I think whatever he makes next.
He's JJ.
Okay, in Super 8, he was getting pushed around by Spielberg, clearly.
Interesting.
All right. Here comes your
Star Trek movies. He gets pushed around by Paramount because he's doing reboot, and then he had absolutely no say in anything involving Star Wars. I mean,
Here comes Gerald's comment.
Clear.
Worst JJ movie would be Rise of the Skywalker.
I mean,
you cannot blame him for how bad Rise of Skywalker is. It's not J.J. Abrams'
don't
fault.
spoil
That
it,
is Ryan Johnson's fault. 100%. Well, it's not Ryan Johnson's fault. It's Kathleen Kennedy's fault for letting Ryan Johnson run with that script, which was completely a standalone, changed all the characters, removed good characters with no possible way of continuing that trilogy.
I mean, I definitely see where you're coming from. I cannot.
That was a Matt Reeves film, Dave.
His best was Cloverfield.
Cloverfield's Matt Reeves.
He
produced
Wasn't that the found footage one?
Yeah. Yeah, it was produced by JJ or whatever.
Can't do found footage.
I just think of the trilogy, right? Last Jedi was by far the most interesting. So it's like I would have much rather had 3 Ryan Johnson Star Wars films than
absolutely
had. But yeah, the fact that it was like back and forth, I think was the real biggest problem, because it's like you have 2 J.J. Abrams movies that feel like they might as well just be like one. Like you could go right from Force Awakens to Rise of Skywalker and mostly be fine. And then you got this weird stepchild of a really interesting Ryan Johnson movie that like takes a lot of risks in the middle of it.
Yeah, and he left it nowhere to go. Like, what was the feeling after you watch the 8th movie? It's like, okay, now what? There's no good guys. There's no bad guys. What do we do now?
Hey, don't you ruin it for me. I've not seen it.
All right. Well, let's talk about Star Trek.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Star Trek then, Scott.
I mean,
have you seen
Picard?
Star Trek? No. Picard, that's the worst piece of trash on TV right now. I'm so disappointed in it. This is exactly how Star Wars fans feel about the new trilogy.
Interesting.
That's how I feel about Picard.
I can't
I'm like,
disagree with you there.
unbelievably bad. And I love Star Trek Discovery. I'm like, Star Trek Discovery, 10 out of 10. And there's people who would fight me about that too. But Picard,
it's
I give it a 3
People
out of 10.
like one, hate the other.
Awful. Picard is like, there's no strategy. There's nothing smart about it.
Yeah, that's
it's like how people feel about Star Wars. They're like, oh, let's just throw that in there and give them something nostalgic that has nothing to do with anything. Yeah. That's exactly what Picard's doing.
We'll take each one of you. Jesse, what is your favorite Star Trek series or movie series or generation?
Sure. I mean, I grew up watching Next Generation because my mom was kind of a Next Gen Trekkie. So I watched that kind of over her shoulder when I was a little kid and really enjoyed. I haven't seen all the Next Gen movies, but I really enjoyed those. I think, though, actually my favorite Star Trek movie or like individual thing it's probably one of the worst by most people's standards, but it's the original cast one. Oh, what's it called?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. It's Undiscovered Country. That's what.
Okay, that's a fun one.
Because but it's definitely not like the best Star Trek movie or anything. It's just the one that I've like probably remember the most fondly.
And Grumbo, what is your favorite series and or movie?
Well, I mean, I think Next Generation's the best.
Yeah.
The best, most classically Star Trek thing. That's what people are weird about because a lot of people haven't seen a lot of the original trilogy, and the movies are often pretty close to that original trilogy. Like Kirk, just being selfish and jumping into things with no regard for anything else. But whereas Picard, they changed the entire universe. They might as well not even have a Starfleet or any sort of moral. There's nothing to look up for. I mean, because everything in the Next Generation was, we've moved beyond money, we've moved beyond hunger, we've moved beyond
it was utopia in space, kind of.
And now it's completely the opposite of that, which maybe makes it more interesting, but it definitely just restarts, which is why I think people feel that same way about the new Star Trek movies. Like, forget all of that, forget what a Jedi is, and forget all of that. Let's just restart everything. So I understand that feeling.
Yeah.
But I only got 3 episodes in on the Picard, and I mean, the wife and I were both like, "This is so slow. There's no reason. I can't deal with it," and we couldn't deal with it.
Mm-hmm. And the acting is not fantastic.
Oh man, that's actually something I think it's worth talking about. Is how in this era of long storytelling that we're seeing in television right now. I think we're seeing the pendulum is swinging too far that direction. We're getting a lot of TV that's just mind-numbingly slow, and like nothing happens in an episode, kind of plotting. And I think we're gonna eventually have to see that swing back because I'm hearing so many people complaining about shows that are.
What's the show that you watch right now that you really love? That's on the air right now. Is there one?
That's on air right now. The Expanse, I think, is still in the air, but I'm not caught up on that yet. So I'm thinking season 2. So I know as far as the current, I'm watching Good Girls right now concurrently with its release, and that's
a defined show.
I don't know. What do you answer that any which way you want, Scott?
Well, I mean, like to me, Ozark is completely gathered my attention with season 3 coming out. It was amazing.
I've only watched the first season, and I felt like it kind of suffered a little bit from that too slow.
It does some strange arcs, but it gets wild. And they definitely have a rinse and repeat going on where it's like, they're being torn apart. Now they're getting put back together, forcibly.
I mean, I thought the characters in that show were really good. Like it felt like a really well-written show, and it's hard for Jason Bateman to do anything bad. Like mostly everything he does is fun to watch. So
I've started rewatching Breaking Bad again because I'm like, because I watched Better Call Saul, and I haven't paid for season 5, but I think that's really good. I'm like, this references in Better Call Saul that I'm sure I've forgotten about, so I'm rewatching Breaking Bad.
Nice.
It's still fantastic. Knowing that, I mean, what do you think about El Camino?
El Camino, yeah. Oh, sorry, Scott, you talk.
I liked it. I thought it was probably a little too late because everybody gained so much weight. But I mean, I thought it was okay. It was a good end, of course, to that story. But it was kind of like an episode. Is really what happened. I mean,
that's what it felt.
Yeah, it's like an extended epilogue episode.
So you were saying you're rewatching Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I'll give you my series that I always rewatch that I just don't grow tired of. Dexter, I just posted that one the other day. Justified, Deadwood, and what was the other one? I lost it. Oh, Breaking Bad. Yeah, Breaking Bad. I will rewatch those at least once a year.
I haven't seen any of the first 3 you mentioned. I've seen Breaking Bad, obviously, but haven't seen the
Dexter's good. It does some strange things. Justified.
I haven't watched Dexter. I knew somebody who watched it, and apparently it has a pretty controversial ending to it.
Yeah.
The ending is the last season is kind of like what? But I mean, it's a catchy. It's one of those where you root for the bad guy. And it's okay to root for the bad guy. And I like that. Justified, have y'all watched that?
I hadn't even heard of it. I don't know.
Justified, it's what's his name? I can't even think of his name, but he plays a U.S. Marshal in Kentucky, and he's just trying to bring down a bad guy in Kentucky, and he's just so quick-witted and country. It's hilarious.
Okay.
There's some great one-liners from a simple, not supposed to be a comedy, but it make you laugh, and there's a lot of action. It's good.
Do you watch any comedy shows? Is there any funny? Jennifer watches a lot of comedy shows that are, to me, just atrociously terrible. It's
what are some comedy shows?
Yeah.
But one of the ones that I really enjoy watching is Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, which is a musical. It's like a musical show.
Interesting.
Similar to maybe what Glee would be like, but not a bunch of high school kids.
I honestly
love that show. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
I cannot think of a single sitcom since the age of Friends and Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Has there been anything?
For me, it's
King
The
of Queens?
Office.
The Office. Well, yeah, that happened. But I'm okay on The Office. It's not my favy.
That's fair. Yeah, I feel like definitely on the Parks and Rec, The Office, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, that whole sort of generation of workplace comedies, I guess you could call them. Enjoy all of those.
Right. My daughter loves Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Gerald says thoughts on the latest version of Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman.
Season 1 is awesome.
Those guys from The Hobbit.
Yeah. Hobbit. Season 1 of that show is amazing. The other seasons are wonky.
Okay, so Gerald also says Community was amazing. See, I watched one episode of Community.
Yeah, I couldn't get into that either.
I couldn't get into it, but apparently it's now on Netflix, so maybe I might give it a shot.
Oh, Big Bang Theory and Modern Family are more modern than Friends and Seinfeld in that sort of same vein.
I liked Big Bang for about 5 seasons, and then to me it got so repetitive.
I only watched, I think, the first 2 or 3 seasons. Yeah, I got tired of feeling like a nerd being made fun of.
Everybody is the nerd being made fun of in that show.
Yeah, but eventually I realized they're not laughing with me; they're laughing at me, and that's when I got
right.
Sure. What about Silicon Valley? Isn't that
that's
kind of along the same lines?
That
is a solid comedy. I take it back.
That's laughing with nerds and not at them. Most.
See, I came from that world. That was my day job. And so I'm laughing so hard because it's almost exclusively what it was like to work in some of the places I've worked in.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
The comedy is there. Let me tell you.
Awesome.
Every day I'm like, really? You brought a Segway into the office? Neat.
I tell you, I'm shocked at how many Teslas I see driving around this town.
There's a lot of
Austin
Teslas
is
in
very
Austin.
Tesla. I bet you the new Gigafactory will be built in Texas because of that.
I don't know.
We'll see.
We were in the running for a while, but not anymore.
Something tells me that
Do you think it's not?
new
Did they
factory
announce that?
are on hold.
Yeah, for sure. But they'll get a much better deal at the end of all this.
Well, yeah.
Right. I personally am getting to the point where I am thinking a Tesla is a valid purchase, even for my family.
Oh, for sure.
The truck is the most appealing. What I'd really like is a $35,000 to $40,000 autopilot 500-mile range car. I don't care about all the other bells and whistles, but give me that.
It'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I think that's just the iteration issue and like battery technology growing up sort of situation.
Sure.
That's
I know
okay.
they're really rapidly trying to build the new battery technology. And who was it? It's a company that manufactures lithium-ion cells. They just patented the glass battery, which has a over twice the capacity of a lithium-ion battery, but you can recharge the entire battery's capacity in 15 minutes, which is
those are the kind of
big
breakthroughs which will put
Yeah.
every other internal combustion engine out of business.
Absolutely. I feel like we're on the cusp of it. It's like a few of those to come through.
well, what we need is cost. As soon as cost comes down, then I think it matters. Although it's kind of funny, the cost of gas engines right now, they're not doing anything to help their case.
Oh yeah, the price of gas is just it's a fun. I mean, it's fun looking at that and being like, oh man, with how much I spent on gas last year, I could have saved a lot of money with the prices they have now.
I was just looking. I always do this periodically. I just go and look at Toyotas and Hondas, just kind of price out what kind of a car I would buy. And like a Toyota Camry is a car that I would totally like as a car. And the price isn't that far from a Tesla. And I'm like, well, Camry won't auto drive itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have cars done in the past 20 years?
Not much.
That's any different. They've added Bluetooth to the radio.
Try the
And
last
the backup
50
camera.
years, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, really, technology-wise, it's been efficiency things maybe, or like fuel economy.
Yeah. Not much.
You know,
Fuel
slow
economy-
progression, but it definitely feels like it's leveled off as well. Hybrid.
So that's the funny
really
thing.
more of a move
Like
towards
fuel
electric.
economy has only improved not by the engine itself. The engines are only slightly more efficient than they've
It's
been.
changed the
But it's about
aerodynamics.
running them at a particular RPM.
Yeah, it's all the computers that are
yeah.
controlling them.
And then
they'll turn off
losing
at
the weight.
stoplights.
So they're making these cars lighter and lighter and lighter. And that's what's giving us our fuel economy.
For sure.
But you
Were they
can't
not
take
as
away
safe?
everything. Eventually, we'll literally be in a bubble full of helium.
Like what is one of the really, really cool features of a Tesla? That it's got all the
You're
cameras on it
kind
that
of
get
glitchy
activated.
there, Grumbo.
And just for
Mikey.
not for me, it's coming through fine for me. Scott, it's
Scott, you're in thrall.
What's up?
It's because you're
Maybe
in
it's me.
thrall. No, the
Hey.
having all the cameras that automatically record when somebody tries to key your car. I think that is a fantastic, amazing thing that every car should have.
Sure it should.
But they can't do it because they can't afford the battery.
Right.
It would kill
You
your battery.
know what
You wouldn't be able
cracks
to
me
start the
up?
car.
I don't understand why, but a Tesla has a car battery in it. Why?
it's
What do you mean?
isn't it to deliver the volts for starting?
But it doesn't start.
Where does the have a car battery? What do you mean?
It has every
Like a
Tesla
lead
has a
acid
12-volt car battery in it.
It's
It's-
gotta
it's
be
up
for-
underneath
News to me.
No, it's true and it's wild. It's up on like the Model S. It's in the front, by the passenger side.
I don't know anything about it, but if I were to guess, lithium batteries are not very good about working when it's cold.
Oh, actually, I think I remember now. It's because it's 12 volts and that there's so many accessories that only run on 12 volts.
So
that may be it.
12 volt. Does that mean
Why did they make that lithium or lead acid though?
No, it's weird.
That wouldn't make sense to jump between the two of them.
Google it. It absolutely has a real battery in it. It's funny.
I'm gonna have to Google it.
I don't know how to add Google. I don't think I can add Google in this.
Yeah, pull it up. Joe Rogan always has a guy on the side pulling stuff up on Google. Why don't you?
He's got this thing called staff and this other thing called money. I have neither.
Okay, so it's this. I'm getting this off of Quora, so it may or may not be accurate, but it says the Teslas don't have alternators, and the 12-volt battery is smaller than a typical car battery because it's just for powering the electronics and accessories. So yeah, you're basically correct.
Yeah, it's a non-starting battery, but it's a 12-volt car battery. Yeah, weird.
That seems like a weird solution.
You'd think they'd come up with a lithium-ion solution, but maybe they need just enough battery, like you said, in the cold to tell you that you can't run your car.
Well, the problem is nobody's actually trying to figure out these battery solutions, or if they are, they're not trying very hard. Like, look at Porsche's electronic Porsche that the Tesla destroys in every single way on battery tech.
Right.
Well, I think it's just
it's Porsche. They're filthy rich.
It must be a hard nut to crack, or Tesla must own some really nice patents.
Patents, I think, are probably part of it.
I mean, think about Red and their
Red Raw.
Yeah,
okay, Scott started on Red.
Well, I mean, it's you can clearly see how it has kept other raw codecs out of the game for a long time because it's for Red. And I think Tesla must have a sort of similar situation going on.
Well, and it's a thing. I mean, I people always you're just a Red fanboy, but I mean, I get it. If you develop something or if you patent something, and in some cases people are saying they did develop some of the stuff. They may be using off-the-shelf compression, but to do what they did, no one had done before. Right. And so the very nature of that is a patentable process.
Absolutely. I have no interest in denying them the right to have the patent they have. It's just clearly, it's very good for Red, it's very good for Tesla. It's bad for the industry as a whole.
Right.
How come that dude stop making all those entertaining videos?
Or no, gotta be more than 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and then it's free range. Yeah,
that's true. They don't have a lifetime. It's everything comes to an end eventually.
Well, you still can't you can't explain to me in a way that I'll accept.
Gents, this has been tremendously fun. It was just a test stream, but I love it. Chat. I mean, anytime you guys want to jump on a thing, I'm gonna probably go ahead and get StreamYard because this works really well.
Yeah, honestly, this is great for me because I feel like I moved here to Austin and I've been really isolated, not having anyone to talk to. So,
right? No, this is a perfect way.
Yeah,
I think. Oh, I can share a screen. Yes, I can.
It's gonna get fancy. We're gonna also doing live edits on stream.
So, any of you guys have anything last to say before we jump off? Or?
It's been fun.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. I gotta get back to editing some stuff. Mm-hmm. Am I still frozen?
He just looks very astute right now. He's
very studious.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a fantastic and wonderful day. I am live streaming tomorrow at 4 o'clock, so please join me. So, everybody enjoy and don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions.
One day I'll ask
goodbye,
what
everybody.
that means, Scott. I'll see you later.